Okay, so I'm Jen, Coach Jen with Look Beneath the Surface, and we have Vanessa here, who just completed her 3-month journey and transformation. And we're so proud of you and so proud of your results, both mentally and physically, and just everything that you've put in. You've been super consistent, and it's been such a joy to work with you. But I'd love for you to say kind of, where you were at before you started the program, what made you want to take that step. So kind of just where were you before we all started working together?
So I think I've kind of yo-yoed with my weight and my food for most of my adult life, to be honest. And I've kind of had a ceiling which I thought I don't want to get beyond, and then I've gone beyond it. Not hugely, but 7-10 pounds at times, and beyond my ceiling. So that's still a higher end from where I'd want to be. So, and I've kind of yo-yoed backwards and forwards with that. And I think I've struggled with sugar and the kind of craving and crash that gives you. And I think I've done lots of various things successfully in the past, but I've struggled to then maintain it. I think what's been different with this approach, apart from your fabulous support, Jen, is looking at macros. And really, I kind of knew that protein was good, but I hadn't realized how low my protein was in my diet, that I wasn't getting enough. I thought I was eating things that were high in protein, but then they might have been high in fat as well, like cheese. So actually tracking that on MyFitnessPal has been really, really good for me to just be able to really see that visually in that little pie chart diagram. So that's been really good. That's been the key. That and your support when I've been having those sort of holiday things that happen in life, being able to just navigate that not too strictly, but with caution. And so I've been able to do that well and not feel like I've missed out. I have had the odd slice of cake, I have had the odd glass of wine. I haven't completely eliminated those on those sort of nice events, and that's made it doable and manageable and real.
Yeah. I love that. I love that you say it's made it real, right? And a lot of times we go into the day, and if you don't have the education or the understanding of what you're eating, sure, there may all be great foods that you're eating, but in what proportion? So I love that you now have that knowledge and that you're able to go to those events and still live your life, because you can't sit in your home and not enjoy life, So I'm really proud of you for implementing what we talked about. What would you say are the biggest mindset and physical changes that you saw throughout the program?
I think the mindset thing, really just being aware of the nutrition, being aware of that protein, and that then suddenly the sugar cravings aren't there, and suddenly I'm kind of just getting through the day, and it's the next meal time and I'm hungry, and that's fine, and I haven't been ravenous before that. So kind of getting in that sort of routine, and that I think I was pretty prepped before, but I wasn't perhaps prepping enough. Those little tweaks actually make quite a big difference. Physically, I've really noticed things like, so just physically in how I look, I'm not quite there yet, but I'm definitely there, and I'm definitely seeing muscle tone in places that it hasn't been in before, so that's good. I'm finding things like doing burpees, which I hated. Do I put that in the past tense? I'm not sure. Suddenly I'm a bit springier. So I kind of felt that I'd lost my kind of pop in my body, and I feel like that's coming back. So that's really nice. That's not also so clumpersome and so much effort. I just feel a bit more energetic, I suppose. I mean, I was always running, so I've always been doing stuff, but I just feel like I've got a bit more power.
Yeah, I love that. You want more energy, and you want to be able to feel like you're thriving and not just getting through the day, right? Because that's no fun. You want to feel your best self. And you mentioned at the onset that part of one of your struggles was having that yo-yo. Do you feel like now, having gone through the 12 weeks, do you feel like this is sustainable, or do you feel like it's something that you could find yourself not continuing with?
I hope so. I hope so. I hope it's sustainable. Honestly, ask me in 6 months' time, because I have been here, not with you, not with this program, but with other things before, but I felt that they were a bit more restrictive.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe didn't sort of really hold my hand through normal life.
Mm-hmm.
And so maybe I'm hoping that that's will make the difference.
Mm-hmm.
And the macro side, understanding that whole protein thing, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I hope so.
Well, I have confidence in you. I know you can do it. What would you tell someone who's kind of on the fence of taking that next step in their health journey, maybe doing the program? What would you tell them if they were in your shoes before you started the program?
I think for a lot of people, it comes down to money.
Yeah.
And certainly I was thinking about it for a while, and I'd kind of reached out, and then I kind of worked out how much it was going to be. And I was, I don't know if I can justify that. And I know kind of Ashley says all the time things like, but you're investing in your health, and it's you, and it's important. But it's so easy for us not to put ourselves forward for that kind of thing, to think about spending it on kids or other things in life. But actually, if you work it out per week, if you work it out against something else that you're buying or spending, and just don't have that instead, it kind of, I felt for me, I could make it manageable.
Yeah.
And that actually, when you're in it and you're doing it and you're focused on it, you do think, actually, this is so valid, and your health is so crucial, that it's worth every, I would say penny, you'd say cent. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah, and actually the ripple effect as well for the family, I think. My husband's been kind of eating better and tracking his macros. I've got adult boys, and I've had little conversations with them, and they're making little tweaks. So it ripple effects. And I think if you've got younger children, actually it's vital. Jen, I'm a primary school teacher. You'll be delighted to know that for Lent, where we are at the moment, all of the children are drinking a beaker full of water before playtime.
That's amazing. Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
So if you've got young children and you've still got the ability to be influencing what they're eating and putting food in front of them, then it just makes so much difference. It's incredible. So yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love that. And you're so right. There's really, you think, oh, it's too much of an investment in me. I don't, I'll put this towards something else. But if you're not at your best, and if you're the one who's influencing the next generation to be their healthiest, it's better to pay to improve your health and pay for, whatever modalities you need down the road if you find that you're ill. So yeah. I'm so proud of you for taking that step, for committing to it, for showing up, right? You were very consistent and engaged, and we're all so proud of you and so excited that you're now in our next level, and we get to keep seeing your beautiful face. So it's been our pleasure to work with you.